हेलो फ्रेंड्स, मैं खुशाल आप सभी का स्वागत करता हूं हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल पर। आज की हमारी डिक्टेशन है वॉल्यूम नंबर 15 से ट्रांसक्रिप्शन नंबर 321। गेट रेडी, स्टार्ट। Sir, this is a bill which naturally commends itself for acceptance by all right thinking men. The principle of recall is one of the fundamental principles of unfettered democracy, and it has been explained by facts and figures by the honorable mover of this bill that this principle should be incorporated in the constitution of our country. He has not expressed any hurry, so he has said that he is prepared to accept the verdict of the people and this bill be circulated for eliciting public opinion. As far as public opinion is concerned, we know that it is predominantly in favor of such an article being incorporated in our constitution because the public think that they are the masters of the land. But unfortunately, owing to certain constitutional difficulties, they do not have their say in matters of importance. Sir, our constitution naturally is not the final word in constitution thinking or constitution making. We are all familiar with the circumstances in which this constitution was framed, and when we talk about the farmers of the constitution, we do not have certain abstract personalities or ideas in our mind. We had a definite set of circumstances and a definite set of individuals who took upon themselves the framing of what is called the Indian Constitution today. In the course of 5 years of the working of this Constitution, it has been found necessary, maybe for different reasons, that this Constitution had to be amended and changed. From the press, it appears that even the government of India now is thinking of amending Article 31. Therefore, experience go to show that this constitution has got to be altered and changed, and so here is a bill the provision of which should find a place in the form of fundamental law as an article in the constitution. Sir, we have heard the speeches made from the Congress party. I can understand their anxiety when we bring up this measure because if the provision for recall had been there in the constitution, the Congress benches would have been denuded by many honorable gentlemen who sit there today. The treasury benches would have been by now emptied if the provision of this article was there. We know all these things, and it is quite understandable why these gentlemen, the great gentlemen who go by the Preventive Detention Act, are opposing this measure. Now, sir, we are not making it a party issue. We are prepared to be recalled by the people. We would consider it a great honor to resign from Parliament if the people demand of us that course of action, and I can tell you, as far as our party is concerned, we are not even bothered about the constitutional provision whether it is there or not. If, for instance, the people of Calcutta, the majority of the people of Calcutta, were to demand my resignation from this Rajya Sabha, I shall certainly bow my head to their will and resign from here whether there is a provision in the constitution or not. Similarly, I can tell you of the members of the other house that they will resign their seats if their constituents who returned them in the elections demanded their resignation. Recall, as far as we are concerned, is an article of faith. Whether there is a provision in the Constitution or not, we will submit to the will of the people because their will is supreme and sovereign, and I think that nothing is to be more revered and respected than the will of the people. But the point is not that of what we feel or that we do not feel. The point is how are dealing with the laws and with the constitution. That is the main point. The American Constitution required a certain number of amendments, and the Bill of Rights there came by way of amendments. 15 or 16 amendments were adopted in quick succession. Now, our Constitution too requires many more amendments in the right direction. This is one of the amendments that have been proposed. Now, look at this parliament. I am dealing with parliament at the moment, not with the state legislatures. Look at this parliament and appraise its representative character. The gentlemen who sit there are honorable gentlemen, but they cannot claim that they have been returned to this position of authority with the majority votes in the country. In the last general elections, they got only 44% of the votes, but the opposition parties between them got 56% of the votes, but the reflection of those votes is by no means here in this house or in the other house. They have monopolized those seats. That is how those people sit there with so few votes, and we come to have a few seats here. As I was saying, the main argument of the protagonists of this proposal was that there is a provision to this effect in the Soviet Constitution. Thanks for watching this video.